hope you're doing absolutely wonderfully. As you saw in the title below, today we are doing the 100 layers of highlighter challenge. I know that people are doing all sorts of things, but I mean, come on. Who doesn't wish they could put on 100 layers of highlight every day? Like, don't we all? Isn't that like something we all just like sit back and daydream about? Like, what would 100 layers of this magical powder that's like milled from unicorn fairy dust look like on our face in that much quantity? I know I do. Like, I'm constantly just wishing when I was putting it on that I could just keep putting it on. But today, we're going to see what would happen if we did that very thing. So I pulled out my highlighters, and I gotta say, it's a little hard for me to narrow it down because I kind of just like want to rub them all over my face. But I will save that for the full face highlighter challenge. So I'm not going to use them all. I'm only going to use a few. I know that typically when people do these videos, they only use one product, but I thought I would amp it up a little bit. There are a couple I have that I think are actually pretty similar, but I just thought it would be really interesting to see which one got cakey faster, which one emphasized pores faster, you know, if one of them still looks great at 100 layers, which I kind of think it probably won't. I mean, it'll be shiny and awesomeness, but it will probably make my skin look really, really bad. But we will see. So I am going to use a few drugstore priced and a few high-end priced. And I will do them on like one side each. So let's just get into it. For one of them, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Fake Highlighter in Moonlit Pearls. The other one that I'm going to be using, which I think is actually pretty similar to the e.l.f. one, is the one from Mercier, the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. And this is the like sample size or something. I got it in like a little pack, but it's lasted forever, so I haven't needed to buy the full size one. But I think it's actually a lot like that one, so I thought that was pretty interesting. This was one that I really thought about doing, but I really wanted to use ones that are very popular, and this one isn't super talked about and popular on here, so I'm not going to be using it today. But this is the highlight from the Film Star Bronze and Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. I will be using one from the Becca Jaclyn Hill Palette. I'm not going to be using Champagne Pop, so I'm going to use her Prosecco Pop, the other one that was exclusive to this palette, because I don't really think it looks that great on my skin anyway, so I'm going to use it for this today. I'm going to be using a highlight from the Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam. I think probably maybe Hard Candy. And another one I'm going to be using is this one, which I think I don't hear enough people talking about this one, so I really wanted to use it today. It is from Makeup Revolution, and it is their Vivid Baked Highlighter in Peach Lights. And then I had a hard time deciding, because I think both of these are very popular on here, but this one is definitely a winner more so than this one. And this is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips in Vegas Strip Light Bronzer. And of course, we all know this was the Hollywood Boulevard from Wet n Wild Fergie collection, and I know some people will say that this one is definitely more talked about and more popular on here than the e.l.f. one, but again, I don't hear about this one ever, and I think this is a really great highlight for like $3, I think it was, and nobody ever talks about it, and I actually think it's very comparable to a very high-end product. So I wanted to get the news about this one too. So let's just get into it. I am going to speed this up, and I'm going to stop every now and then and give it like a check-in so we can see how they're looking at intervals, probably like maybe 20, 60, and then 100. I don't know. We will see. Let's just get started. I will list all the brushes that I use down below. I will be doing a video just on my favorite brushes. Unfortunately, some of the brushes I will probably use are limited edition, like holiday sets, so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm sure you can find comparable things to them elsewhere. So let's get started with the highlighting magic. So this is just with one layer on. I have the e.l.f. here. I have the Laura Mercier here. I have the Anastasia here. I have, and the Anastasia one I used is Hard Candy. And I have the Makeup Revolution here. On my nose, I have the one from Becca And on my chin, I have the one from Physicians Formula. And I think that the last two, Physicians Formula and Becca, are the most intense. Now, I know it does matter with brushes. I didn't use any fan brushes because I think you get a lighter application with that. And that would be unfair since I don't have enough fan brushes to do all of these. But I basically used these type, kind of round, fluffier types. The other one that I did use was this one from e.l.f. It kind of comes to like a tapered. I really love this brush. You can use it for contouring, you can use it for blush, highlighting, just a lot of stuff. It's a great brush. But this is what it's looking like so far. I think it's really beautiful. I always love these baked ones, but look at how similar the color is. I mean, and the shine and everything. There's no glitter. It's just a natural, beautiful glow. I'm telling you, I think this e.l.f. one is a total dupe for the Laura Mercier one. Super beautiful. I'm sorry my lighting isn't super wonderful. My birthday is going to be the 2nd of September, so it's coming up. And I'm getting a ring light. So my lighting will be so much better then. But right now I've got like 4 lights like right here, trying really hard to make the lighting good for you guys. But let's get on with the video, and I will see you in 20 more swatches. Okay, so this is after 21 applications, and I'm looking pretty shiny. Like, I think if you put me out on a cliffside, I could warn the boats. Like, it's that crazy. I would like to note that the e.l.f. one, which started off looking very much like the Laura Mercier, is a lot shinier now. It's very metallic now. They still have the same shade, I would say the same color, and in the viewfinder they're looking a little more alike than they do in person. This one still looks somewhat wearable. I mean, it really doesn't, this one really doesn't look super crazy. It's picking up like more shiny, I think, just from the lights hitting it in camera. I don't know, but it's the least crazy of all this on my face. I look pretty crazy right now. Like, let's just admit it. But I don't know if you can pick up, you see right here how dark it is? It's like this dark fuchsia pink color. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't think I'd be wearing this outside. Not like that anyway, but I think they're all still really pretty. But yeah, it's like green. These ended up being kind of a similar shade, the Prosecco Pop and the Physicians Formula one. It's pretty funny how that works out, which was part of why I wanted to do this, was to see how similar different products could be, especially considering how I have something varying from probably $3 to, you know, $55, which I think is what this one is. And I know the other two in single form, Jaclyn Hill's, I think is like 42, and you can get, out of the high end, the Anastasia is the cheapest because you get 4 for the price of 40, and these are very good sized pans, as we all know. So I'm pretty glowy right now, to say the least, but let's keep going. Okay, so I am back again for another check-in, and I have you zoomed in once again so you can see it close up. The super shiny, glowy, see it from Mars glow. It's just wow. Like, I mean, look at this. I don't know that you're really seeing how dark this is on my forehead. I can't wait till I get my ring light. Forehead's like purple, or like really dark pink on the side. It's crazy. This is what it's looking like. This side is still not very metallic. I mean, it's definitely very glowy, but it's not anything like this. Maybe this brush is just blending it out more. I don't know. I'm using something kind of similar on the other side, so I don't know. Again, very green down here. To be honest, I'm feeling a little alligator-ish from these two. They were supposed to be gold, but they're a little more green tinted. I don't know. I'm really liking this one though. And again, the only one that I feel like I could actually wear outside at this point is the Laura Mercier. All the other ones are just ridiculous. Wow. Alright, well, I'll see you at the next check-in. Okay, so we have finished the 100 layers of highlighter. I am glowing like no one has ever glowed before. What do you think? Is it just like so super beautiful? Should we call Vogue for a photo shoot? I mean, is this like the next trend to wear your highlighter in 100 layers? I will say that the Laura Mercier side is still more natural, even with 100 layers. Like, it's kind of unbelievable, and I'm kind of like sad that I used 100 uses of this for this video. Did this for you guys, but I mean, I still think it looks great even at 100 layers. I mean, it does definitely look more cakey around here where my pores are bigger, but I wouldn't put highlighter right up in this area anyway. Usually I would just lightly blend it into that area, not full-fledged put it there. So I don't know, if you wanted to put 100 layers of this on every day, more power to you. I mean, it's certainly fun to look at and play with, but I wouldn't think this is practical. But this video was not, you know, meant to be a tutorial. It was meant to just be something for fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. I did, even though I probably am going to have like glittery lungs. Like if you opened my body up right now, you would probably see like glitter all in my lungs right now. If you decide to do this video for yourself, I do recommend being careful of how you inhale. When you're doing this. I just got a lot of powder like in my lungs. Like I have sparkly lungs right now, which probably not the healthiest thing, but I can't deny that it kind of excites me. It takes the saying glowing from the inside to a whole new meaning. But I had fun doing this challenge for you, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing 100 layers. I'm going to zoom in super close so that you can see how very bad it made my skin look. It definitely, right here where I had like a little pimple, it definitely like majorly highlighted that. So it goes to show, don't wear 100 layers if you've got a pimple or any kind of pores. Maybe if you're like 15 you can get away with something like this, but definitely not at my age. So I will see y'all soon. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I promise to be back very soon with another video. I've got some tutorials in mind and I plan on doing some more challenges. The makeup I did in high school, the full face using only kids makeup, I've already started to get products for that. And I've also got a video about the Jordana liquid lipsticks, which I haven't heard anybody talk about on here, but I happened to see them at the store the other night and I picked them up. It didn't say new on like the showcase for it, but I haven't heard about them before and I haven't seen them before, so I'm guessing they're new. So lots of fun, exciting videos coming up. I hope that you come back to see them. Make sure that you subscribe so that if you do want to see any of those videos, you don't miss out on them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all.